Welcome to the Dixon. I'm Julie Perotti. I'm the Associate Curator here, and I hope you'll join me on a little tour through an exhibition that we're real proud of, Charles Courtney Curran, Seeking the Ideal. This is the first retrospective exhibition of this artist since his death in the 1940s, so we're real proud of the scholarship that we're putting forward here through this exhibition, and I promise you won't find a prettier art exhibition on view this summer. Come on through with me. Curran first achieved success in the late 1880s with paintings like these two laundress paintings, and it's easy to see why. In this painting called Shadow Decoration, Curran does such a great job portraying the difference between the light and shadow in front of this young washerwoman and the shadows that appear on the sheet behind her. We believe that the leaves in the background are bamboo leaves, and he does such a good job giving you the subtle curves, not only of the plant behind her, but also the folds and the drapery that she's hanging out to dry. Also beautiful is the way that the light just hits her back, just so it's really perfectly done, and same thing on the ribbon of her apron. This painting also has to be stood in front of to be believed, so I encourage you to come see it. And while you're here, also go out into the gardens. We've hung some clotheslines up in the gardens for you to take your own version of shadow decoration with your camera. Based on the success of his pictures of laundresses that we just looked at, Curran was able to finance a move to Paris in the late 1880s. Once he was there, he really blossomed as an artist and really kind of found his voice. Some of the pictures that he completed in Paris are in this exhibition, and they're exquisitely beautiful. The one I'm standing in front of, Afternoon in the Cluny Garden, Paris, is my absolute favorite in this exhibition, and I think it's easy to see why. This is a tiny painting, but there's so much detail, so much to be found in here. Again, just like in Lotus Lilies, the way that Curran captures the outside of the woman's parasol, and the woman is most likely his wife Grace, is just beautiful. Also, the detail of the people in the background that is really fun, and there's so many things to be found within this tiny picture, and the different shades of green that he achieves is just remarkable as well. This is another painting that we've set up our own version of in our Dixon gardens for you to take your own picture with a red parasol. I'll hope you come check it out. In my 7 years at the Dixon, I don't think there's ever been a gallery as beautiful as the one that we're standing in right now. This is the Krump Gallery here at the Dixon, and we filled it with beautiful images by Charles Courtney Curran of women surrounded by flowers. We've got lotus lilies, hydrangeas, rhododendron, foxglove, anything, you name it. These paintings show Curran's technical skill and his interest in painting light. And it's all part of his quest to always be seeking the ideal in life and ideal beauty in women and in nature. The painting I'm standing in front of is one of Curran's best-known paintings. It's called Lotus Lilies, and it was painted on his honeymoon with his new bride, Grace. It was painted on an estuary of Lake Erie, and it shows Curran's great technical skill in painting these lotus lilies. The light just hits them just perfectly. And the two women in the boat are Curran's new bride, Grace, right here, and her cousin that I guess accompanied them on some part of their honeymoon. Also of note are just these little kind of swaths of paint that Curran has put in here to be the top of his wife's parasol that is just beautiful. The same thing with the ribs of her parasol are just expertly painted. I hope you come see this in person. And while you're here, after you stand in front of this, go out into our gardens and take a look at our lotus lilies. In 1908, Curran and his family built a house in the summer arts colony of Cragsmore, New York. It's about 100 miles from New York City. There, in Cragsmore, Curran would paint some of his most memorable pictures. Most of them could be considered skyscapes, really, for the attention that Curran gives to clouds in the sky. The one I'm standing in front of now, called On the Heights, is probably the most iconic to come out of Curran's Cragsmore pictures. And it features, again, his quest for the ideal. He's showing the ideal American girl or ideal American youth. And these three young girls who really were just summer residents of Cragsmore themselves. A lot of Curran's Cragsmore pictures have young women in white dresses sitting on rocks or standing on top mountain cliffs in Cragsmore. And this one is just technically one of the best to come out of that series.
So I'm out here in the Dixon Gardens. I'm here in the cutting garden in front of the Farnsworth Fountain, and I'm having lots of fun connecting our exhibition Charles Courtney Curran Seeking the Ideal to the plants that we have on view in our beautiful garden. I'm here at the Farnsworth Fountain because we were earlier looking at the painting Lotus Lilies, and I found here on my sheet that if I go out to the cutting garden, I'll find lotus lilies in this very fountain. It's fun to be able to connect the indoors and the outdoors, and we have a unique opportunity to do that with Charles Courtney Curran Seeking the Ideal. There's lots of other opportunities to do the same thing. So come out, enjoy it, enjoy the beautiful gardens, and find those connections for yourself. Oh, you caught me! We at the Dixon want you to make your own Curran-inspired masterpiece. We've set 4 frames throughout the gardens for you to pose like one of Curran's beautiful ladies or gentlemen yourself. When you do take your pictures, be sure to share them on social media with the hashtag #CurranFrames. Hope to see you around the Dixon soon. Hope you've enjoyed this tour. Can't wait to see you.